Hello, Westford. WestfordCAT held its annual meeting on July 20th. The library is on a wait list for a provisional construction grant, and the superintendent clarifies his interest in the Roudenbush Community Center. I'm Ira Keltz, and it's time for WestfordCAT News. Following a July 5th memo from Superintendent Bill Olsen to Town Manager Jody Ross, the school committee met on July 19th to discuss an interest in the Roudenbush Community Center building. Members voted unanimously to ask selectmen to keep the school department under consideration for occupancy. The 65 Main Street building is currently staffed by the Roudenbush Community Center, a nonprofit organization. Beginning in this September, the building will undergo a $7 million renovation, and the Roudenbush staff members will be dislocated. Whether Roudenbush will return to the building when renovations are completed has yet to be determined by selectmen. Their executive director, Patty Pichette, has responded to the town's request for proposals in the hope her organization will be granted a long-term lease. Unlike the school department, Roudenbush Incorporated is an independent organization and not a town department. At the meeting, Olsen stressed that his memo was not designed to undermine the Roudenbush organization.
At no time, and I want the public and I want the Roudenbush Community Center folks to know this, at no time was the intent to try and come in at the 11th hour and grab that building from them. We'd all love to see them reoccupy that building. It's great programming. We want to see them financially viable. But if the selectmen can't come to an agreement, I do think it's important that we be considered for occupying that building.
Watch the entire meeting at WestfordCAT.org. Bill Olsen stopped by the WestfordCAT studio on July 26th to speak with News Director Joyce Polino-Crane about the Roudenbush building, as well as potential uses for the Millennium building at 25 Depot Street, where his administrative offices are currently located. The modular building was initially erected as a temporary structure, but has been occupied by the school department for years. Here's what Olsen envisions.
What I would like to do is use a building such as the Millennium for a school that allows the students to take sort of a project-based learning approach where teams of students are given a problem that they have to analyze in depth. Knowing what questions to ask, knowing how to answer those questions, using hands-on experimentation, sometimes building different projects.
Right.
And it would be on an opt-in basis. I would have to check with the Department of Education, and here's where things might get a little bit sticky, because I'd want to see if the Department of Education would relax their testing requirements and allow us to perhaps use some other types of alternative assessments. We need to be able to prepare our students to be more competitive.
You can watch the entire interview at WestfordCAT.org. And now, here's News Director Joyce Polino-Crane with a highlight from the Selectmen's meeting.
Thanks, Ira. Selectmen voted unanimously on July 25th to enter into negotiations for a long-term lease with the Roudenbush organization for 65 Main Street. If an agreement is reached, a new lease would allow the nonprofit entity to return to the building after a $7 million renovation is completed in December 2018.
Is there a motion that we want to authorize the committee to go back and enter into negotiations with Roudenbush over the terms and conditions of the lease, focusing on financials and terms for years 6 through 10, fees charged for programs, terms of the lease, et cetera, length of the lease. So is there that kind of motion?
So moved. Second.
With about $20,000 remaining from a $50,000 appropriation for the Board of Health's legal services, Selectmen applied new parameters for the use of the funds. However, Selectmen allowed the Board of Health to continue using the specialized firm of Metaxas Brown Pigeon for matters related to a state environmental investigation of Newport materials. Board of Health Chairman Zach Cataldo noted that the law firm is up to speed with a couple of legal matters regarding the 540 Groton Road Company, and it may be prudent to keep using the Beverly-based firm. Watch the entire meeting at WestfordCAT.org.
Thanks, Joyce. Selectmen also recognized 3 Destination Imagination teams for their accomplishments in the March tournament at Chelmsford High School. Team 7th Dimension won a 2nd place ribbon in the Technical Challenge, and Team Hairy Armpit won a 3rd place ribbon for its Fine Arts Challenge, both at the elementary school level. Team High Voltage to the Power of 7 won a 2nd place ribbon for an engineering challenge at the middle school level. The nonprofit Destination Imagination is a project-based learning program designed to complement K-12 education through collaborative and creative projects. The J.V. Fletcher Library has been waitlisted for a provisional construction grant issued by the Massachusetts Board of Library Commissioners. The selection puts Westford in line for $7.8 million of matching state funds likely to be awarded sometime between the years 2022 and 2023. Out of a total of 33 applicants, 9 were winners and 24 were placed on a wait list and will get a bond bill as funding becomes available. Westford currently ranks 15th out of the 24 provisional recipients. Westford's library building expansion project is expected to cost $21.5 million. Here's Library Director Ellen Rainville with an artist's rendering of the proposed expansion.
Our current library building is about 22,500 square feet, and the projected renovation addition would be just over 35,000 square feet. All of the space in this new building benefits the public directly. It triples our children's space. It also triples our young adult space. It doubles our meeting rooms for the public, as well as giving us a number of more tutorial and study rooms. So everything about the new building is about efficiency, centralized circulation, children's right inside the door, and a meeting room right inside the door.
The grant is part of the state-funded Massachusetts Public Library Construction Program, which helps Massachusetts libraries expand and improve facilities. You can find a recent article about the grant at WestfordCatNews.org. And now here's Joyce with the results of WestfordCAT's annual meeting.
Westford Community Access Television held its annual meeting on July 20th here at the studio, reporting a positive cash flow of just over $23,000 for the first time in 3 years. Board President Ira Keltz attributed the result to cost control measures, monthly budget to actual cost analysis, and the increased revenue in 2016 from renewed agreements with Verizon and Comcast. Jen Quinn, owner of Comfort Care of Westford, was named Producer of the Year for her program's senior spot. Also recognized were Nina Samini, Cheryl Major, Barry Rosenberg, Dongchong Wang, and Jack Wang. Quinn and the others are all volunteers. WestfordCAT employs 6 staff members and has provision for a 9-member board of trustees. With Nina Samini voted in at the annual meeting, there are 8 sitting members with 1 opening. The WestfordCAT Board of Directors meets on the 3rd Thursday of every month at 7 p.m. at 487 Groton Road, Westford. Back to you, Ira.
And here's news from Town Hall.
Good morning, everybody. Today is Wednesday, July 26th. My name is Eric Heidemann. I'm your Assistant Town Manager here in Westford. Just some news for today. If you haven't seen already, the Farmers Market is back on the Town Common on Tuesdays from 2:30 to 6:30, so I urge you to utilize that resource, especially this time of year. It's great to get down there and see the different things that are happening. Last night, the Board of Selectmen met. One of the items on the agenda was the Dog Park Task Force. They've been working for roughly about a year now. It's a group of 18 members, and they are trying to actively pursue a grant with the Stanton Foundation to construct a dog park here in Westford. As of right now, they're between 3 potential sites, one being on Farmer Way in northern part of town. Also another northern part is the Graniteville Ball Fields. And the last site they're considering at this time is the Nabnasset School parcel, which is down on Plain Road. They're working with the Board of Selectmen, and they will likely be back before them sometime in September to finalize the location of the proposed park. The 2017 Strategic Planning Retreat, which occurred last month, the final report is up on the town's website if you're interested in viewing any of the results from that. Also, if you're interested in filling a position on a board or committee, you can fill out a form on our town website. These can be accessed under the Community tab. If you select volunteering, then you can complete a citizen activity form. We urge you to volunteer if you're interested in serving on any boards and committees. Also, new information, the Recreation Commission recently released a recreation survey, which is going to be mailed to a random number of residents to try to collect some long-term data on what the recreation needs are here in Westford. So I urge you to fill out that survey if you do receive one at your home. Also, if you've driven down Boston Road, you'll see that the construction of the fire station project is currently underway. It started with the tree clearing operations. The construction period is estimated to last about a year, so we're going to be seeing a lot of activities going on over the next several months at that location. And last but not least, on July 19th, the Community Garden held its open house. This is held by the Agricultural Commission. So this year alone, there are 150 families that are growing and tending gardens down at that location. So I urge you, if you're interested, go down, take a look at it. It's actually really great to visit, and if you're interested in growing one next year, I'm sure they're taking applications. That's it for this week. Thank you very much.
Here's Rekha Sharma with this week's health tip on black cumin.
Hi everyone, I'm Rekha Sharma, your Ayurveda practitioner, back with a new health tip for WestfordCAT News. Today I'm going to talk about kalonji or black cumin. It is a wonderful spice with amazing benefits. It improves eye vision and dental health. It is also anti-inflammatory and provides relief in joint pains and stiffness. It also helps to control the blood pressure and maintains excellent cardiac health. It may also help with weight management, reduces the signs of aging. It reduces burning sensation and piles. It is anti-cancerous, lowers cholesterol, and reduces asthma. It can be used in cooking, 1 teaspoon, or make powder and add to yogurt or curries to get the benefits. If you have any allergies to cumin or black cumin, please contact your healthcare provider before consuming. I'll be back with a new health tip. Bye for now.
And now let's go to Giuseppe with the weather forecast.
Hello, Westford. This is Giuseppe with the weather forecast for this weekend until July 31st. Our warm summer weather returns to the area with temperatures back in the 80s throughout the week. Here's what's coming up. That was your Westford weather. Have a great week, everyone.
Gremlin and Pepper are 4-year-old male guinea pigs available now for adoption at the Lowell Humane Society. Here's Patty Stocker with more information on how you can adopt a loving pet.
Stop by the Lowell Humane Society on Broadway Street in Lowell and see all the wonderful pets available now for adoption. Shelter volunteer Donna Power introduced me to Gremlin and Pepper, two 4-year-old guinea pigs that must be sold together.
Okay, we have a couple of guinea pigs here. They've only been in since the end of June. They're very friendly. When they hear a paper bag or a plastic bag rattle, they start squeaking because they know that they're going to get some food. But of course, because they're on television, they're not squeaking. One of them is Gremlin, and the other one is Pepper. Guinea pigs usually live to be about 7, 8 years old. These guys are 4. They're very active. You do have to clean the cages every day. You put newspaper down, put cloth on top, and hay. They do use hay. It keeps their teeth sharpened. You do clean them every day. They get same kind of food as rabbits. They usually like to be picked up. They like greens. You can give them pretty much any kind, any amount that you want. There are certain things they can't have, but they can have kale, not iceberg lettuce, but they can have romaine and parsley, dandelion greens. They do like a place to hide. And this cage had its own built-in hiding place, so it just fits here. And when they get scared, they do go in, and they will talk to each other in there. I would say probably these two do have to be adopted together. They came in together. They've been together probably for 4 years, so I would say yes.
To learn more about Gremlin and Pepper, or any of the other pets available now for adoption, or to find out how to donate, volunteer, foster a pet, or fill their wish list, go to LowellHumaneSociety.org or visit them at 951 Broadway Street in Lowell. Call 978-452-7781. For Westford Cat, I'm Patty Stalker.
And here's Sarah Fletcher, our Director of Marketing Outreach, with suggestions for things to do this week around Westford.
Thanks, Ira. Students in grades 4 to 8 are invited to take an animal drawing workshop at the Roudenbush on Thursday, August 3rd and Friday, August 4th from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Using pencil, charcoal, and crayons, students will learn how to sketch and shade a variety of animal types. The materials fee is $10. The workshop fee is $87 for Roudenbush members and $90 for non-members. Visit roudenbush.org for more information. And for older kids and adults who like to paint, the library is offering a class in watercolors. Greg Machayak will demonstrate how beginners and accomplished artists can paint using the techniques of Claude Monet's water lilies. All materials are provided. Registration is limited to 30 for ages 16 and up. The course is free thanks to the Friends of the Library. To register, go to westfordlibrary.org. The Point of View Band is performing on the Town Common on Sunday, August 6th from 4 to 6 p.m. Bring your lawn chairs, blankets, and picnic baskets and enjoy an evening of classic rock, R&B, and soul. The event is sponsored by the Westford Recreation Department as part of its Concerts on the Common series. Visit westfordrec.com for more information. I'm Sarah Fletcher for Westford Cat News. Back to you, Ira.
Thanks, Sarah. And that's a wrap, Westford. We close with photos of the many Westford Cat volunteers and staff at our annual meeting. We'll see you next week.